communities behind these two players was amazing. But, you know, no time to waste. We have another game at hand. I think it already started. It's Shiina versus Feneb, and we are in a moving game, and we start off in New Zealand.
I love the quick switch up to this game because that just means we didn't miss anything. We are in round 1 of the moving game, Shiina versus Feneb. And now we see the first points going down on Shiina's side. Feneb getting a bit closer there. As we move on to round 2 in Israel.
Yeah, looks like
we
it.
Have the Hebrew language, the landscape does fit. We have the black Google car with antenna. Couple clues to get the country here.
Pretty sizable
Dry
hill here.
Hills, yeah, it's hilly, dry, which makes you think more towards inland.
Yeah, usually more east.
Around Jerusalem, you see it a lot. North of it, south of it. And if you have very high mountains, you're probably far south.
Yeah, they're a bit more rocky in the far south, so
yeah.
I feel like it shouldn't be max south here, just somewhere in the middle, really. We did have like I feel like it was a mosque there, so it could be in the West Bank region.
Yep, a mosque.
Mosque, sorry.
Okay.
German
I mean, we
moment.
have a lot of German.
It did say it. It did say it in the Latin script of that, so I just assumed that would be the English word as well. But yeah, it's obviously mosque. Sorry.
Very good. I'm always here for a quick translation.
Hey, that's why I got you by my side, always there to correct me when I'm wrong, which, you know, does tend to happen sometimes.
Does tend to happen.
Does tend to happen.
I can't say you never backed me up on my side when I was wrong.
Hey, we're all human after all.
We do complete us very good here.
We're all flawed to a certain degree.
That is
Didn't want to
right.
get that deep, but I don't know what this round is, so I'm just, you know, hoping for you to tell me where this is.
Yeah, just stalling it, so we will find out in 13 seconds. But yeah, we should be in the US. We had those bollards along the road. Because you could mix this one up with some stuff like Mexico, whereas in Mexico you wouldn't get those metal bollards along the road.
And that's a massive mistake by Feneb going Texas on. I mean, it's just on the tri-point border there. I can't really make out on what side it was.
Yes,
but good guess by
Las
Shiina.
Vegas. I don't know if you are still in Nevada there or on the other side, but doesn't matter too much. Shiina getting it right.
This is like a famous road in Tasmania.
Yeah, it is more hilly, dry. Is it really dry? I mean, how do you explain? It almost looks volcanic, the soil in Tasmania. It's like this brownish soil you get a lot in Tasmania.
I have an expert tip.
Also,
if it looks like New Zealand,
dead
it's
trees.
Tasmania.
Yeah. Yeah, I always try to explain it in a way that chat can pick up on some clues, but yeah, it just looks like it, honestly.
It is what it is, as Feneb takes a quick sip from his pretty big mug, I have to say. But he is on the back foot here, down 3.5k points. But nothing is impossible, especially if you are a capable moving player, as he is.
That is true, and we are in Canada here.
And you're a Canada expert, right?
That is right, we are in Saskatchewan here.
How
aren't.
does one know this is Saskatchewan or not?
Well, I thought I saw a white signpost, but it might have just looked like it, because I did not think of Saskatchewan here originally. Still could be.
We have a front plate.
No, we have a front plate.
So
it's
it should be Manny.
Manny.
Manitoba. Also known as Manitoba, yeah.
Yeah, for the chat, Alberta and Saskatchewan both don't have front plates. So if you see a couple cars, you can confirm it maybe and rule those two out. And if it isn't too mountainous, you can also rule out British Columbia, which leaves you with Manitoba in the plains.
Yeah, I also like the more northern guess because it was Gen 2. Usually a lot of coverage in southern Manitoba is updated to Gen 4 or Gen 3 at least. Just a few
Especially
pockets.
In 2024, we had a lot of new coverage in Manitoba. So you would assume most of the roads down there have newer coverage with better camera quality, which is also something you can use to make a guess, of course.
And very committed guess coming in here by Shiina, not reading any fear. Meanwhile, Feneb found a sign, so technically he has enough time to maybe read something out of it, but also goes north. Bokra.
Bokra,
Say
yeah.
Bokra.
Feneb on it, staying in the game here. Especially with 3.5 multis and only 1.2k health left, it can get scary.
Yeah, and
So
if he
you
doesn't
really
find that
have to
sign,
be
that could be
on
tough.
Point indeed, and we are in France with this architecture. We have a lot of dark roofs, which makes you think we are more northwest in the country. It's a good clue to get that region of France based on architecture. Not necessarily though.
Yeah.
But it is very dominant, so I would maybe believe that we are in the northwest. Unless we are just in Paris.
Yeah, I mean, what both players are really looking for here is the phone code. And it seems like Shiina might have found one, because he is zooming in right away after looking at a storefront, which usually gives you a phone code of the place. Oh, Feneb might also have one on a car.
Yeah, he was checking it out. I mean, it is pretty hilly.
Very different guesses here. Definitely would see a winner here.
Yes, that will definitely be game. I do count that as northwest. Would you agree?
I mean, it's
Is that
northwest
not-
of the label,
that is
so how can
northwest.
I argue with that one? Not much to say for me there.
Exactly. But yeah, Shiina getting the right info to confirm that as well. Feneb tried to go more east, which makes more sense with the hills, I feel like. We had some decently sized hills, which you get a lot on that border towards Germany.
That is true.
But not this time. And therefore Shiina picks up the win in the moving game. Very important, I would say. Getting the winning game, getting the moving game done against Feneb is more than just a lead.
True.
As
And
we move over to this round, it looks like Brazil. We have some round poles, which you see more in the south of the country. Starting around Belo Horizonte.
and very hilly city here. Usually Brazil cities are pretty flat, but this one seems like it's just built on top of a massive mountain.
Yep. Which you see a lot along the eastern coast. And it is Bahia, actually.
Yeah, did not get any Bahia
Shiina
vibes
getting the state right. Clicking the biggest city does make sense. It looked pretty big.
there. Yep.
Yeah, very good guess to start off this no-move game between Shiina and Feneb.
See,
As we go over to this Japan round, however, you would expect Shiina to get closer here, as he is from Japan.
I mean, this looks like
But
the
we
most
are
non-distinct round
in
I've
a
ever seen in my
forest.
life. If anyone can guess this, fair enough, but
Yeah.
this just looks like the most random location ever. Not
I
sure
mean, if
it's
I'm playing
reasonable.
solo, I click Shikoku. But
Yeah,
it's Chugoku.
to go.
I take that Sodan guess, but it's really hard to commit if you are in a duel. In a duel, you always play different as you do when playing on your own. Because on your own, you can just commit and say, whatever, I get that vibe, I guess there.
Oh, would you look at this?
Oh, and I think you know what this car is. We have the white sprinkles on it, which you get
Yeah.
a lot northwest of Manisa.
Yeah, Manisa being in the west of the country. Don't think any chatter has really heard of it, but it is near Izmir.
I mean Mersin, not
Oh.
Manisa. My bad.
Okay, Mersin. Mersin is near Adana on the south coast.
Cheeky little. No, I was just tricking Shiina. He was listening. He guessed
Ah,
Manisa.
got him. Got him
It should
good.
be like west of Mersin. You get that along the
Cheeky
province.
meta there by Gelotris coming in.
Yeah, especially around Silifke. You see it the most, and we are right outside Silifke there.
Well, you know what
The
spreckles are on
more
the car.
you know about the spreckles on the car, the better you guess in that country.
I guess so. The only thing I learned is what box is in the back of the car. That's pretty much all I looked at. As we
Hey,
see
hey.
a northern-looking tuk-tuk. And it does
It's
say...
saying the barangay, which are usually not on the map. You would
Yeah.
hope to find it, but most of the times...
It says something above it that could be city, because it says city of something. San Fernando, maybe?
That will definitely have better information on top. I don't know if it's just only for us that we can read it, because it is on a smaller screen. But Shiina is in San Fernando. So maybe... Oh, he found Dolores as well. Yeah.
And yeah, even finding a suburb there.
He did get there in the end. Maybe he assumed it's saying San Fernando and looked within San Fernando and then found it.
Yeah,
very possible.
Because sometimes you can at least see that it's 2 words, and that is already enough to make out what it says.
That is correct. And we move over to this round. The posts don't look octagonal, therefore I would say we are in Colombia, probably.
Yeah, especially with the soil, just dark soil, grainy road. I would go somewhere north of Bogota here. Just looks like somewhere. Ooh!
Oh, but we actually have Mexico click. I did
Don't
consider
see
it
Mexico
first, but it should be Colombia.
I feel like it is Colombia. Never
It
mind.
is actually, okay.
It is an octagonal pole after all.
I was trying so hard to see the octagonal shape on the pole. But yeah, good on Shiina to picking that up. Anyway.
That's why we're sitting here in our warm seats, just yapping about.
No. On my screen I would have seen it's octagonal.
Yep.
Yep.
And Shiina taking that game 2-0